I will have a moment of silent meditation and pledge to the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Sometime. Good morning. Open this October 29, 2025 meeting of the Monongalia County Commission. It's a little after 10 a.m. All three commissioners are here. We will start with our consent and approval with our County Administrator, Renetta McClure. Good morning, Renetta.
Morning. You have two exonerations to approve this morning for $282.32. Minutes for, should actually be 17th, October 17th and October 22nd, 2025. Vouchers, General County Fund, $113,325.32. Coal Severance, $7,000. 911, $11,583.62. Chestnut Ridge Park, $782.31. Camp Muffley, $5,107.83. Mason Dixon Park, $120.66. Mon County Center, $304.49. Recreation Levy, $4,343.90. Assessors Valuation, $1,275. Payroll, $1,294,602.43. Purchasing card vouchers, General County, $2,203.55. Camp Muffley, $89.85. Mon County Center, $414.97. Assessor's Valuation, $95.45. For a voucher total of $1,441,249.38. We have position vacancies for boards and authorities listed on the website. Fiduciary orders for October 29th, 2025, and no budget revisions.
Move to approve the consent agenda item as presented.
Second.
The first and the second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Wasn't sure why my do not
We have an-
disturb wasn't working.
We have an additional fiduciary order item,
Yes,
state
sir.
of Ivan B. Browning Jr.
Yes, sir.
I believe this was a creditor claim that was referred to fiduciary commissioner. Hearing has taken place, and we
Yes.
now have a recommendation from the fiduciary commissioner to deny the claim.
Correct.
Okay.
I'd move to approve the recommendation by Fiduciary Commissioner Ryan J. Umina as presented.
Second.
The first and the second, all in favor?
Aye.
And be clear, this
Right.
this is a thing goes back a long time, but the claimant and the decedent were divorced almost 20 years ago, and there was some property that was in the divorce decree that was to be given to the claimant. And through the years, there were multiple attempts for the claimant to come get that property that were never taken up. And now it's past the statute of limitations and.
Laches would apply, all kinds of different.
Yeah, so I agree with the report by the fiduciary commissioner and his assessment.
All right, agreed. Moving on to, let's see, introduction of new employees, personnel changes. We have Sheriff Jackson Straley, Court Security, full-time. Come on up.
Come on down.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. Morning.
So the sheriff has hired Jackson Straley as a court security officer. It was a advertised position. His rate of pay is $3,243.05 per month and eligible for benefits
Great.
with
Move
a start
to
date of
approve.
the 1st.
Move to approve the personnel as presented.
Second.
The first and the second, all in favor?
Aye.
You're certainly tall enough for the job.
I was going to say, yeah.
Court security and power forward on the basketball.
When we play it, when we play in our intramural team.
Very foreboding in there.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck. Next, we have Youth Services Center. Kaylin Salmon, Care Coordinator, full-time.
Yes, sir. $23 an hour, start date November 1st.
All right.
Move to approve the personnel as presented.
Second.
The first and the second, all in favor?
Aye.
And according to MJ, they are fully staffed, so maybe we'll have a
Wow.
break in employees for a while.
There you went and said it.
Yeah, I know. Gave a kiss of death.
All right, now we'll open up comments from the public. Anyone wishing to state anything, come on forward. You got a couple minutes to state your piece, say your name and address. Nobody? Nobody going once, going twice? We are closed. Comments from the public. I hit that really hard.
You did.
Next, Colleen, nothing for grants. And then we have the 2024 delinquent tax list. I believe Ms. Palmer, Kelly Palmer, is going to come and present that to us. Wonderful.
Morning, Commissioners.
It's not as thick, it doesn't look as thick this year. Maybe use smaller font.
It's not really. Actually, these are the delinquent taxes from 2024 that will be certified to the auditor on October the 31st. So I am presenting this list on behalf of the sheriff and asking you to approve the suspension of these from certification to the auditor. The total number of tickets to be suspended is 2,352 tickets.
Great. And so from here on out, folks wishing to redeem these will need to do so through the auditor's office.
Correct.
Cannot be paid through our upstairs anymore.
Correct.
Wonderful.
And I'm also asking, and it is in there, for, to remove, I've reworded it this year, instead of unsuspend, to remove the suspension status of a group of properties so that we can include them for certification. We had to remove them prior because there was a late issue of a deed. So a deed was issued, taxes are still unpaid, and so we would like for those to be included in the certification so we can collect those taxes.
Okay.
And there are 10 of those. So if you want to choose.
So in any of the 24s, I should restate, up
Yeah.
until Friday at 5
Right,
o'clock
and
and still be
yes, I've
paid
got that.
upstairs. Yeah,
Mhm.
okay.
Okay.
I didn't get my
Okay,
dates.
so you
Do we need-
so you need
okay.
2 motions?
Right.
I think it could be, I'm comfortable with it being just one motion.
Okay, so I would move to approve the 2024 delinquent list as provided and to allow the tax office to proceed as indicated.
I second.
The first, the second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Can we clarify that to say the suspension list instead of the delinquent list? Because these are just those that will be suspended from certification.
Move to amend the word suspension with
Second.
Thank you.
First and second, all in favor?
aye.
I know, it's,
You're removing delinquent,
removing
replacing
delinquent.
with suspended.
With
Correct.
suspended.
Okay.
I said it
Yes.
quietly, I'm sorry.
Okay.
thank you. And just for clarification, these can be paid up until
Friday.
We're open till 4:30, but we're suggesting that people arrive by 4 p.m. on Friday, October
Right.
the 31st. And online, please do so early in the day, because the last 2 years, the system has gone down because of an overload of people at literally 4:27 trying to pay their taxes, so.
Do they get a discount if they show up in a Halloween outfit?
Sure, we'll give them candy, how about that?
Okay, they get candy if they
All
can
right,
show up.
thank you all.
Thanks, Kelly.
Thank you.
All right, moving on to correspondence. Receipt of the compilation report for fiscal year ending June 30, 2025.
Yes, sir. This is the, formerly known as the financial statement, and it's called the compilation report now.
Fancier.
So we're in the middle of getting the RFP done for the 2025 audit. So as soon as we get that, we will put that on the agenda for you all to consider and get that out.
Okay. Moving on to receipt of the 2025 annual tax increment finance report is submitted to the West Virginia Department of Economic Development Office by Steptoe and Johnson on behalf of the county commission.
So this is, obviously, the annual report has detail in it about all of the TIF districts. We're not required to hold a public hearing this year because we did that last year, I believe. So we'll be submitting this to the State Economic Development Office today, after you all adjourn your meeting.
Great. You have any other correspondence for Netta?
I do not.
Sean?
I have one. Late yesterday, we received a letter from MUB. It's in regards to the proceedings that are going on in the Westridge development. And they are I'll just read the letter. Dear Commissioners, as a follow-up to our letter dated September 8th, 2025, we write to formally request the County Commission immediately make payment to the Morgantown Utility Board in the amount of $1,374,985.80 with respect to the Chaplain Hill projects. The construction contracts for the Chaplain Hill projects were signed by MUB only because of the County Commission's commitment to satisfy the obligations of Westridge if Westridge failed to do so. While payment may ultimately be made through the pending bankruptcy proceedings, until such time the debt that Westridge currently owes MUB is properly the debt of the county commissioner, not MUB. Yours very truly, Morgantown Utility Board, Barbara Parsons. And Renetta, I asked you to send this on to our bankruptcy attorneys. Just from my perspective, this has been explained to MUB's counsel, to MUB directly a number of times. This is a bankruptcy proceeding which the county commission shouldn't be intervening in. There are steps that are being taken to satisfy this debt, and some of those steps aren't as long-term as MUB seems to be indicating. Yes, we did commit to them not being left holding the bag if something like this were to happen, but they haven't got the bag yet. So it's a little premature to be demanding payments. So we'll address that accordingly through our council.
I'm going to say something. I'm somewhat disappointed that the wording is only signed MUB only because of the county commission's commitment. That's not correct. It wouldn't be only, it was also part of their decision process, but to say only, it's to me is not correct.
Well, and it's revisionist history because the agreement was signed, and then a number of months later, we had a meeting with MUB and they raised concerns,
Yes.
and we told them that we would cover them. So it's,
After the fact.
it's 6 months after the fact, so you can't say the
Yes.
agreement was only signed because we agreed to cover the cost.
Exactly.
And it's also, at this point, it's a stated debt in the bankruptcy proceedings by the developer.
Correct.
If that debt were to be relieved by an outside agency, it would take it out of the bankruptcy and thus shift around the priorities of the debts and may make it an unsecured debt
It's a
at
whole
that
it's a
point.
whole process
So,
that has to occur.
I don't know enough about it other than say if you start fooling around with creditors in
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
a bankruptcy without leave
Thank
of the
you.
court, then you could
And
potentially
we've
run
said
into
it to
problems.
MUB privately, we'll say it here publicly. They will not be saddled with this debt, but they have to let the process run its course.
Fair point.
Thank you.
Any correspondence from you, Tom? Or
No.
You didn't have anything else, did you, Sean?
No.
Okay. Moving on, seeing no unfinished business, moving on to new business. Consideration to establish a clearing account for the purpose of funding employee health insurance premiums.
I move to approve establishing the account as presented.
Second.
We basically have to set up this account in order to, with the new way we're doing the insurance, so we can properly fund it. It just has to be a different new account. So based on the motion in the second, I would call for a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Moving on, consideration to approve the pre-funding of employee health insurance premium account. One lies in hand with the other, so.
I move to approve the pre-funding of the employee health insurance premium account as described.
Second.
The first and the second, all in favor?
Aye.
Next, to consider for approval.
Just to
Sorry.
clarify, I'm
Sure.
getting a look of, I don't understand.
No, I understand. I just figured you would state the amount.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
Fair
I
point.
was struggling to pull that up here real quick.
75,000?
I didn't
250.
see, hold on here. That's why I didn't have it in my notes. I didn't see the amount, but here, I can pull that up. What we're doing is because as the employees sign up the regular process is twice a week, those premiums would be drawn from the account. So we're pre-funding a whole month along with some additional cushion for self-enrollees. So we calculated what our monthly premium would be. We also added that cushion, And then there's I think a 5% buffer in there. So that's the particular amount.
It'd be
that
2
we're-
times a month, right? I think you said 2 times a week.
During.
Two times a week
Yeah,
through
during open
November
enrollment.
Oh, okay.
during
Yeah.
sign up.
Gotcha.
So,
I understand, sorry.
We're just rather, and we can't do that because of our process requires the 3 signatures. So we're agreeing to just pre-fund the whole amount for the first, and that really gets us through the first month. And that amount is, as I indicated, the actual estimated premiums is $424,398.35. But the pre-funding of, there's an account, a reserve amount of $21,000, and then there's a pre-funding for self-enrollees at $63,000. So there's another $84,000 that's in there. So that total amount that we're funding is $509,278.02.
Okay,
Did I miss anything?
Nope, that's it. So.
Okay.
thank you very much.
I'm going to stick this in the folder. It
Okay.
wasn't in-
Clear as mud, got it. Next,
And all these things will be clear as mud, but
Yeah, it will work.
It's
We'll work
it's
through
a
it.
different, it's
Oh, yeah.
something different, and
Yeah.
we'll get through it.
no, I appreciate all the effort and understanding all of it and getting us squared away, thank you. Next, to consider for approval of an agreement of purchase and sale by and between Morgantown Community Resources, Inc. and the County Commission of Monongalia County for the real property described as District 11, Map 26A, parcels 48, 49, 50, 51, and 52, formerly known as the Salvation Army property. So this is a purchase agreement that's been presented to us for consideration to purchase the property down the hill. And that's where we are.
So I move to approve the agreement of purchase and sell by and between Morgantown Community Resources, Inc. and the County Commission for the parcels as described.
I will second. We have a first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
No.
Okay. That passes, so.
Just for the record, the purchase price is $815,000. We will be providing $200,000 upon closing, and then for 4 years, $615,000 over the course of 4 years.
Right.
No interest.
Right.
So the total was 815.
Correct.
Okay, I
Yes.
thought you said 215.
Oh, I'm sorry. No,
Boy, what a
815.
deal.
Yeah, 250, I think
I would've loved
that's just
that.
for the,
Yeah.
yeah.
Do we need a follow-up motion authorizing the president to sign the documents to complete
Yeah,
the
I would,
closing?
I would make a motion to allow the president to sign the documents involved with this transaction as they become finalized.
And I will second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And
Opposed?
Opposed?
No.
Okay. We don't get that very much, so I'm a little off, so. All right, reports from elected officials and department heads. Anything from Granville? Sun's still shining over there, right? Yes. Awesome. Reports from county commissioners. Tom?
Yeah, and I'm glad Don is here. We had,
Always glad, Don.
oh, well, okay, I'm always glad she's here, but especially today because she ran a program that was just exceptional for Jean Friend. We had a plaque. I could not believe how many people showed up, and the community. It was a real diversified group, if that's the word I should use, of individuals who really got there and to speak and to honor Jean Friend. And again, I just want to congratulate Jean, but also you, because it was moving. It was very nice, and I think a lot of people were really touched. So I want to thank you very much. It was exceptional. The only other thing I'm going to say, and I have to preface it this way, when I talk about the Pantry Plus More program, that is not, quote, a county commission function. So I'm speaking as the executive director right now as the Pantry Plus More. As you're aware, between the federal shutdown, the $1.2 billion that have been taken out of the food program, federal food program, and now SNAP benefits stopping this week, there is a real need and a concern, and we're in an area that we've never been in before. And I just want to do a shout out to two groups. One, WVU student athletes and coaches. They, as I said, shocked us with 2 tons of food, brought it over, and not only organized it, but delivered it and help me take it out of the trucks. So, I mean, I can't say enough about the athletes and being part, and the AD and the community, and I did send an email to President Benson to thank him. But I also want to thank the community because I was on the radio with a board member from Pantry Plus More yesterday, and we talked about what we want to do and working together. Zach Morton from the churches called me. We're going to work together and come up with a canned food drive. The radio station, Mike Nolting, has been really on this, coming up with food programs. And what we are also going to do with Pantry Plus More is have a special additional food program, probably between 350 and 500 families. I don't want to say the date yet because then we'll be inundated that date, but we will be handing out food for 3 to 5 days. And the community has come through. I mean, in 24 hours, 75% of our request has already been met. I mean, and I will say I got a call. I'm sorry to go on, but I think I'm so amazed by this community. I got a call to meet someone yesterday. They were driving by, heard us on the radio, and gave a $2,000 donation because he said, we're doing great in our business. We want to give back to those who aren't working. So, I mean, you have certain businesses that are doing food programs. I just can't say enough. And hopefully, the only message I want to say to our federal delegates is let's get your act together. Quit trying to be who's the villain. Let's sit down and solve this problem. And I really want to thank this community for stepping up. So again, that said as separate and also very proud of this community. So I'll be there, quiet there.
Since our last meeting, last Thursday, we had a rescheduled Development Authority meeting. I think in last week's meeting, I said it was a Health Department meeting because our Health Department meeting next month is rescheduled too, but I was confused. And we had an onboarding call with Take Command and USI, which was very informative, to say none the least. Friday we had staff reports, and then we had a USI Take Command tag up, which we cleared up a lot of items, and then I had a broadband team tag up. Yesterday I had our regular Juma call, our bi-weekly Juma call. Today is a regular day. We have our Medicare webinar at 11 o'clock, and then we have one work session. Tomorrow I have the Park Foundation board meeting, and then Take Command. My notes are all mixed up. Friday we had staff reports. Exit 155 tag up, have a Frontier Project site visit, and then a broadband team tag up. And then we'll kind of finish off the week. And then obviously Friday is Mohawk Bowl. Mm-hmm. So we have Mohawk Bowl, we have Halloween.
Yeah.
Just hope everybody's careful out there because there's going to be a lot of congestion in the city. And Tom, I couldn't agree with you more that our federal counterparts and actually everybody that's representing West Virginia isn't standing in the way. It's just 5 senators out of 535 people in Congress that are keeping the government closed. And there's been a way for a month for those 5 senators to allow the government to be open. But they're playing politics. And they've admitted that they're playing politics. So that's the focus should be on the people that are holding the government closed. So I hope that focus is narrowed as we come up on important dates like the 1st, where a lot of benefits will cease to remain. I manage a lot of staff that at the end of November will have to start laying people off. So I mean, it's hurting real people. So, and a lot of them. So they need to get their act together and continue business.
Okay. This last week, I've had many meetings with elected officials and employees about the health insurance, and I think folks are starting to understand what we're doing here with the health insurance, and hopefully that it's a good feeling. Most have been positive once they understand. It's a lot of information, and it's scary when you're dealing with something as sensitive as health insurance. So I appreciate everyone's open mind at this point, and all the work that Sean and Renetta put in two figuring this plan out. It started from an offhand comment in a meeting that maybe we could look at a different way, and it turns out it looks like it's going to work out pretty well. So thanks for all the efforts in getting this put forth. To the Salvation Army property, to me, it's a pretty exciting prospect that we're taking on down there. Our immediate use for it is there's a parking lot there that's already ready to go, so we'll have some immediate use for parking. But the overall scope of it is the opportunity to obtain property within your immediate footprint. I mean, it's right behind us, right next to the Sheriff's Department. The use in the future is pretty much whatever we want it to be. So we're looking forward to finding a good use for that in the future. But with the terms that were presented to us, with the zero interest on a 4-year payback of that amount, it seemed to me, at least, that it was an opportunity too hard to pass up. So moving on, again, like to echo Tom's comments about the plaque dedication for Jean Friend. As has been stated, she is the reigning longest serving elected official in the history of the state of West Virginia, surpassed Robert C. Byrd in that shortly before she finished her last term. So it's pretty amazing to have that. A lot of stories were told at the ceremony about the things that I also experienced, not directly from Jean, but more from Donna. When I came on, Jean was obviously still there in 1999, but it was the same process. I didn't know what the heck I was doing. Judge Starcher told me, go into the clerk's office and be nice to the clerks. It's not hard when they're as nice as they are down there, but they welcomed me in, and if I needed a pleading or case, Donna would take me back and pull a file, and that's how I learned how to practice law in the early days. They don't teach you that kind of stuff in law school, how to do the actual pleadings and how to do the forms that allow you to do the pleadings and request hearings. This little stuff that they guide you on, that it's still that feeling down there. And I appreciate all the work from the clerk's office, and that was all, at least the current crop, it was all influenced and started by Jean. So thank you for all that's done down there. Along that same vein, I had an opportunity last week to spend some time in the courthouse with a trial, and just like to say how well everything runs down there, from the court security to the clerk's office, making sure everything's running and all the documents are there when they need to be on time. The judges had the courtrooms open and where everyone was on time. Juries showed up at the time they were supposed to, did their job. We had a large jury pool to choose from. It was an interesting experience, but it was the one thing that I can say is it was never behind. Everything worked exactly how it should have, and that's just a compliment to all the departments down there and how well they all work. So with that, I think that's all I've got. Motion.
Yeah, and we didn't talk a lot about the purchase, but for the public, we don't have any immediate plans, but it is an opportunity to increase our footprint and plan for the future. And that's what we're doing, is we're increasing opportunity for the county in the future, and also looking forward to reducing costs and
Sure.
possibly generating revenue. So it's to me is a win-win and a no-brainer that we would take advantage of purchasing this property at the price we purchased at. We purchased it. We weren't interested unless it was the buildings were taken down, because we didn't mess with any of that. And I think we negotiated a very fair price. So again, we're just looking out and being good stewards of the taxpayers' dollars and looking forward 5, 10, 15, 20 years, not just looking through at the end of our nose.
Sure, and hopefully we continue to grow in this county, and with that growth requires more space for county functions. So
Yes.
having extra land never hurt in that regard. So with that, I entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
We are adjourned.